Hi, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Audrey. And this is Quiet in the House. Cheers.
Cheers to that. I just made these drinks.
I'm scared. Happy Valentine's Day. Can you tell?
Happy Valentine's
we're
Day.
really festive?
We're festive today. You shouldn't have taken that shot.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think we have to do what we gotta do.
We're doing what we gotta do because we're talking showmances. And
We are.
It's definitely bold in episode 2 to come right out of the gate. Some of it's just funny.
Some of it's
because,
cute.
showmances can be fun and sexy, but sometimes they're just
Drama.
a bad idea.
It's a bad idea to shit where you eat. What is a showmance? I feel like, yes,
The definition of a
the
showmance.
obvious definition is like two leads who have to like be in love on stage. But also, there's showmances in the ensemble. I've been in one.
Audrey loves her ensemble showmances where they can create
The
their
chorus
own plot.
girls need some love,
Need some
and
drama.
romance too.
Yeah, because like I guess like the definition of a showmance is you playing opposites on stage and falling in love with each other or whatever. But also, I've considered some of my showmances just I just liked someone in the cast. That felt like a showmance.
That too. When was your first showmance? I have to think about mine too. If I get asked the same question,
probably a babe. I don't know. I guess the very first time I like dated someone in the show I was in was High School Musical, which you guys have already heard about. Juan. We're giving his name. I can't believe we're giving his real name.
yeah, we should give him like
He deserves it.
$5 every time we say his
Every
name.
time we say his name. So
Yeah.
what's yours?
Ooh, that's probably not High School Musical. Probably Into the Woods.
Our senior year.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, because I was playing opposite quite
Your
often
boyfriend
with
at the time.
Ryland.
Oh, you weren't dating.
I wasn't dating Neff. It was Neff. I had a crush on Neff.
We love Neff.
We had dated prior.
And then you
for-
dated after.
And then we dated after, but
But not during.
not during. He was
proud
my
of you.
Prince Charming and I was Cinderella.
It
And
was meant to be. Oh, I lied. Oliver.
Oliver, you were Oliver.
I was Oliver, and I had a crush on the man playing Artful Dodger. He was like 16, and I was 8, and he was dating a girl in the cast. But I was in love with him.
Aw.
And my dad saw the show, and he was like, it's really funny watching you play, like, a little boy Oliver, because it's, like, so obvious that you have a crush on your Artful Dodger.
That's
like,
so
when
sweet.
they were in the audience, and I was like, that's so embarrassing. So,
You know, I'm trying to think of like our community theater days.
like, I'm sure I had crushes. Many of them were on gay men, and it just was never going to happen for me.
We can touch on that. Yeah, I think like when I was in like I did Little Mermaid Junior, and I feel
I
like
forgot you did that
like,
show.
at the time, you know who I'm talking
We're
about.
going to have to bleep this name, but you had a crush on
Wait, why?
him?
What do you do?
Wait, you had a crush on him?
Yeah, why?
That's just hilarious.
Yeah, why can't I?
Yes. Please bleep his name.
Why?
Because he doesn't like me.
Oh.
And I don't really like him. But what about...
Oh God.
I was about to jump into a topic and then it felt like too large of a jump. So we'll ease into that one. What about falling for your opposites and sometimes not? That's kind of a good one to ease into. Stories of not being into your other.
This is my first challenge of professionalism. I was an actor in high school. I had to kiss someone I didn't want to kiss. I really didn't want to kiss this person. And one day backstage, I think I'm going to spare some details.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. He's just like staring at me before our kissing scene. We're waiting in the wings. I think you and F are probably on stage. And I'm probably giving it away now. More details. And he's just staring at me. And then he like puts his finger up like, wait 1 second. He doesn't say anything. It's just, wait. And then he like waddles away. I'm like, what the hell is this man doing? And he comes back with Altoids. And I'm like, nah. He just like, again, no words, just opens the case. And he's like, I'm like, no. And he's chewing. He's just chewing on Altoids. I'm like, this is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever experienced because I did not want to kiss this guy. And I'm like, we're kissing with our lips, just like our lips, no open mouth. There, no Altoids need to be had.
No Altoids necessary.
But yeah, I had to kiss him and pretend like I loved him. It was my first test of being
That was a hard
true
one for you. I
actor.
forgot you had to do that.
And you got to kiss Neff.
Yeah, that was totally. I'll just call it out. And everyone knows what we're talking about. So I was playing opposites of Audrey's, but he was your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Yes.
At the time still.
Yeah.
And I mean, Neff and I grew up together, so I saw Neff like a brother, and I am a slut for a good showmance. Not anymore, but I was, and I had a really hard time playing opposite someone and not falling in love with them. Like, I'm disgustingly method in that sense. I've grown out of it, but it took me a very long time. Mm-hmm. And a good story about that is Ricky. I'm going to say his name because he loves the story. We did Elf, and it was the year before this. He was Buddy the Elf, and I was Jovi. And we were, like, kind of besties in high school. Like, we were, like, he was, like, my gay best friend. Yeah. We were very close. We had a very, like, brother-sisterly relationship, I would say. Like, I treated him like a brother. He treated me like a sister. And we were so excited to be playing opposites. And I distinctly remember, like, I don't know, 2 weeks before opening Elf, I went to Audrey, and I also told our stage manager, who was a friend of mine. And I was like, I think I like Ricky. And they both were like, Kristen, like, no, you don't. And I was like, I think I'm falling in love. And, like, in between shows on a 2-show day, we went back to my house to take a nap. And I was, like, in junior in high school, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get to, like, cuddle with Ricky in between shows. And we're cuddling because that's just, like, how we were. Like, it wasn't weird.
But this was different for you.
But it felt different. And I never told Ricky. I mean, Ricky knows now, but over this period, Ricky didn't know.
I thought you meant this was you telling him.
No, Ricky knows. Okay. This is a great story. He lives off this story. And so the show closes on a Sunday night. We're at school together the next day, Monday. I think we're sitting in a class together, and Ricky's just running around doing Ricky things. And I just look over at Audrey, and I'm like, never mind.
I had to kiss Ryland a lot.
Ryland!
I was never in love with Ryland. Yeah,
I actually kissed Ryland in the show too.
Yeah,
but not as often as you did.
I kissed Ryland in 2 different productions. First, The Little Mermaid, and then Anything Goes. So obviously, Little Mermaid is like Disney kissing. It's like, but at the time we were doing Little Mermaid, we were becoming obsessed with Anything Goes because we knew it was coming. I wanted to be Hope, they wanted to be Billy, and Kristen was going to be Reno.
And we did.
And we got it. We locked it in the bag. Cheers. But Ryland and I had watched the bootleg of, Sutton Foster and Laura Osnes like many a time, so we knew what we were getting in for. And, rehearsals are happening. I don't remember this as much being as much of a conversation in Little Mermaid, but the whole like, all right, just mark your kisses until tech or whenever you feel comfortable kissing. It's always such an awkward conversation. So we hadn't kissed yet through the Anything Goes process. It's our tech run. I don't think we're in costumes, if that paints a picture. I don't know. And I have it in my head that I'm going to kiss Ryland, and there was no discussion. So this was my first lesson on consent. And it's like the moment we're supposed to kiss, the big swell, and I think the lovely...
For sure.
Probably. And Ryland's like, whoa, like, get off, and like gets like really like flustered. Not in a good way. Like, does not want me kissing them. And I'm like, oh no, and I'm so embarrassed. And then our director, Mr. like making fun of me for the rest of like my time in that show. And I'm like, fuck, like, I guess you gotta ask your friends if you want to kiss them too. And it's always so awkward in rehearsals. Like,
well, when you're in high school and you have to kiss people,
I think it's still awkward now.
Yeah, there's like an intimacy thing specifically in high school where it's just never discussed.
It's just like
you're gonna kiss in this because that's what the script says, and you're 16, and I don't, like, what are they gonna? There was never an intimacy training of any kind in high school.
Not in high school.
I didn't even get it in college, really.
I got it a lot at Ithaca College.
In college, I only got it, I think, like, in the rehearsal where I had to kiss someone in a show I was doing. Like, it was just like, hey, before you guys kiss, do you guys want to...
Yeah.
Like, it was that kind of conversation because of the show we were in, but we also were doing a show called Reefer Madness.
Yes.
Which is an amazing show if you don't know, but it's a crazy sexual show. I mean, there's an entire number called The Orgy. And I remember getting a text, actually, from my stage manager because I was on the call sheet to go to the orgy rehearsal, and I have a text screenshot from my stage manager that's like, Kristen, so sorry, you're actually not needed for the orgy. What about getting sick in a production? What is your opinion or history of that when it comes to intimacy?
I have been in the situation of getting my opposite sick and getting sick from my opposite before.
Yeah, and there's also like a level of not reward necessarily, but
like not calling out.
A level of like, oh, amazing, she's not calling out, or they're not calling out. Like, good for you. Mm-hmm. Even when I have to then go on and maybe kiss someone on stage, like there's a level of she powered through, like, and you have the pressure of wanting to go on anyways because of that, and it's like, which I get it, because sometimes like your understudy may not be prepared, or sometimes you don't have an understudy. With situations I've had, and like you have no choice.
My like director and things are kind of asking me to push through, and then obviously my understudies questioning why I'm pushing through, and there's just a lot of different opinions because it makes the dance captain's job harder when you call out, but
for sure
understudies want to go on. It's a mess.
It's a messy cycle. Well, on the same topic as intimacy with getting sick, there's also on the other end of things productions, in my opinion, that put in kissing that's also just like so not necessary.
Unnecessary.
Like people love to just make people kiss on stage when it's like totally uncalled for.
Weird.
Okay, I actually have a good story about random kissing on stage. I did it with my most recent contract. I've actually done Blazing Boots twice, so both settings, but the second one was unique because I sing a song called This Kiss, and then there's a duet of dancers on stage, a male and a female, and my boyfriend Kevin was doing the duet. So it's a romantic duet, whatever, it's our jobs, it's fine. And they have a choreographed kiss at the end of it. It's like at the very end of this kiss, the two dancers are supposed to kiss and then run off stage together.
Okay.
And like, it's called This Kiss, like, whatever. But it's also a production show, and they're dancing. Like, everyone gets it.
Yeah.
And it was, like, me literally, like, seeing this kiss, and then turning and, like, pointing at my boyfriend kissing another woman. And I just had to sit there and, like, watch it and then be like... And I always was
love
like...
production shows.
This is, like, so not necessary. And I think they actually got out of it because she was dating another guy pretty involved in the cast, and... Kevin was dating me, and I think he ended up just like kissing her hand or her forehead or something. Like there were other options, and they like had to fight for it though. Like, and I was like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's just not necessary.
And Mamma Mia, I had to kiss in the bows after I bow with Sophie Sheridan. I'm kissing during Dancing Queen.
I love this story.
Why are we kissing? I've already bowed. This is Audrey now. Like, I'm sorry. Why am I kissing?
Distinctly remember seeing you do that show. And sitting in the audience and knowing your showmance kind of scenario. And I remember I was sitting there at the end of the show thinking, like, they improv some of those kisses.
We didn't, I promise.
And then she gets off stage and I went to her and I was like, how many of those were actually in the script? Because you kissed like 10 times.
All of them.
And she was like, she's like, showing me, she's like, every single one is choreographed.
I had the proof.
And I was like, that's insane. Because, like, you only need to kiss, like, in my opinion, twice in that show, and like lay all your love on me, I guess, and like the wedding. We don't need to see you kiss other than that.
She calls off the wedding. Spoiler alert. Too many kisses in that show, but yeah,
unnecessary.
Especially the bows.
Well, how about a good thing that we have on here is actually dating non-actors and how they react to
intimacy,
the fear of showmances, and or just the intimacy in general.
I don't really know if I have much to say because the only non-actor I really dated. I was doing...
Tea. You really do stick to the actors.
Yeah. I need a third space. You know when people talk about third spaces? It's like, okay, you have your home, you have your work. You need a third space to like people do bars or people go to the gym. I need a third space to meet some new people. Yeah.
You want to start a volleyball group? Didn't you?
Yeah.
She wants to go play volleyball in Central Park over the summer.
At what park?
I don't know, Central Park?
No, I don't. It's fine.
Where do you want to go then? There's no other parks.
Indoors. It's too cold. Anyways. But basically, yeah, I've only really dated actors or someone in my musical theater program. So, like...
I can comment. I was dating... Wait, it was when Neff and I were doing... I was dating a guy who was already in college. He was like business major, like never dated a girl as bold as me in his life.
A girl, period.
That too, maybe. I don't know. I'm not involved. And I had to kiss Neff on stage. And I told him this because he flew down to see me and Millie. And I told him, I was like, I have to kiss this guy on stage and you're just going to have to deal with it. And he was like, fine. And, like, after the show, I remember getting in the car with him to drive home, and he was, like, quiet. And I was like, did you like the show? And he was like, you did really amazing, but, like, I'm upset about you having to kiss that guy. He was like, I really don't like that. And I'm like, I didn't have a choice.
I get them not liking it. I get it. But
But it's also...
You just have to accept it, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just part of the game.
I played opposite-ish of one of your exes.
Yeah, you did.
Ish because I had two in like love interest in the show,
and this one was like the least.
We didn't have intimacy really, but I had to act like I was in love with your ex on stage.
It was the beginning of our relationship too.
I guess we both have had to been. I can't speak
with each other's exes. We've had to be intimate with each other's exes. Yeah, and that was a tricky one because it was a showmance that like no one wanted.
I'm gonna tell you how I found out they were together.
Oh, this one's a lore. This is a lore.
So it's 3 a.m. I'm sleeping.
On a Friday night.
I get a call.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. I get a call from John Brock, and he's crying. He's like, "Do you know where Kristen is?" I'm like, "No." And he was like, she said she was with you. And I'm like, I have no idea where she is. And I'm pissed. I'm pissed the fuck off. One, because
she didn't even care where I was.
I didn't care where she was. I had a feeling she was lying to me. And I was correct. But I probably should have been like, oh yeah, where is she? No, I immediately get off the phone with John Brock, who's crying to me, and text her, I don't know where the fuck you are, but if you're going to lie to John Brock again,
don't use my name.
Don't use my name.
It was exactly what the text was.
Or if you're going to lie to John Brock, use my name, but also let a girl know that you're
She
lying.
didn't tell me that initially. That was what the next day conversation consisted of.
That was when I cooled off. That was when I cooled off.
It was... Yeah, that was tough.
I think I had your location, though.
Yeah, so you could see that I was
I saw she was, like,
college.
alive at a college. Oh, that's why I texted you, because I knew that you were alive, and I knew who you were with. I like, connected the dots, because I knew
but
of
I didn't
this
want
person.
anyone to know.
I get it. I've done shit like that.
I should have told you.
But, key sign, if you're not telling your friends shit,
it's probably not
right for you.
Maybe.
If you're withholding information from your friends and family
then
about...
it's probably not good. While we're on this topic... Jealousy in relationships while dating other actors, I think, is a big showmance thing.
Yeah, I've experienced that so much, especially as a woman in theater, comparing myself and my career to straight men in theater. I found myself being very jealous of my partners.
Yeah.
Because they're getting work, a lot more work than me sometimes, it felt.
Yeah.
And I was just like... like it can hurt, it can sting
for sure.
Yeah,
in this specific relationship I was in, we started dating like a month before I went to the Jimmy Awards. So we were dating the night that I won the Applause Awards. That was the company that sent me to the Jimmy Awards, and I remember like having like the best night ever with like my friends and my parents and my siblings. And then we get in the car to drive home, and he was just angry at me. Like I couldn't even describe it. It was very weird.
It's hard to date actors.
It's really hard. I mean, I'm dating Kevin.
Yeah.
And I'm not dating Kevin. I'm engaged to Kevin.
Engaged to
Cheers,
Kevin.
thank
Yeah,
God.
you did say boyfriend earlier, and I forgot to correct you.
That's so funny. We'll never get over that. And he's a dancer, and he's not a singer. He's grew up like doing World of Dance and Dance Moms, and he was involved in all that stuff at a young age. And so I just kind of disassociated him with it. I was like, I'm not really dating an actor because he's like kind of in his own thing. He's getting an engineering degree and he's going to be an engineer. But he started actively auditioning for Broadway shows while we're here because there's a lot of incredible Broadway shows right now, specifically for men that can dance. Honestly, that's probably normal, but I've noticed it a lot more because he's auditioning for all of them. And we had just gotten back from a cruise ship and we were both auditioning for Broadway shows. I had done probably like 10 auditions at this point since we've been back. His very first one. Huge Broadway musical. He went to his very first audition and made it through 5 callbacks to the final callback at his first audition. And I remember I had like a gut feeling he was going to book it. I still have a gut feeling he'll book it in the future, but because he got that far. Mm-hmm. But I remember being like so excited, obviously, because I was like, this is incredible. Like he's going to be on Broadway. Like this is going to be so cool. But like there was definitely like a percentage of me that was like, that was not easy for him because he's very qualified, but I was like, that, like, why not me? But I've experienced a lot of jealousy in my prior relationships, one being him and one being a guy I dated for like 3 years before that. I felt kind of the same angst from him as well. but I'd never experienced it on the other end. And I was like, wow, this is a really weird place to be.
Well, it's nice that you're with someone who's talented. You know, that's also. Sorry, that was a dig at everybody.
So hilarious.
Sorry.
No, it's so real.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of one specific ex of yours
that I have,
and I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's enough said.
I was blind. It was really
Love blinds you.
Love blinds me.
I learned this term called babatza. Is that true? Yeah, babatza. And it's like the emotion disgust. And it's like sometimes once you get babatza for someone,
The ick.
it's the ick. It's the ick. It's just
It's
like
the
a fancy
ick.
term. It's the ick.
Oh, I
Once
get
the
the ick
ick,
so much.
Everything you look back at, you're like, what the fuck was I
Yeah,
thinking?
yeah.
Ah.
Also, when you like find the person, like, I don't know, that's also like, I look at the person I'm with now and I'm like, well, thank God. Like,
I
Like-
can't relate to that, but yeah.
it's also nice dating someone that your family and friends like, you know?
I can't. Yes,
Because I dated people for literally 5 years consecutively, like two men in particular that my family just hated and my friends hated. And I thought that was what my whole life was going to look like. And then I immediately dated someone after that they all loved. And then Kevin, obviously, they love. But, like, it was so nice. I was like, wow.
I can imagine. My mom doesn't like anybody but Rylan. She
Yeah,
doesn't even like Kristen.
That's tough. Mom,
No, can we talk about, so for Christmas, we, like, went around Lakeland and visited all of our parents. It was, like, me, Rylan, Kristen, and Ellie.
We surprised them all. It was
Kristen
really cute.
walks in first to my mom's house. She's like, hi, Rylan. Rylan! Like, she was
She does love
she loves
Ryland.
Ryland. Oh, my God.
All I want is for Mandy to love me.
I don't know if Mandy's ever liked anyone I dated. I think she might have liked one person that we went to Wiki Wachi with.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly
Really?
enough. Weirdly.
Speaking of showmances, that wasn't even on
Is
our
that a
list.
showmance?
I don't know.
I've dated men in my MT program. That could be its own podcast. I don't recommend that.
Doesn't mean
either.
I wish I dated in my MT program. I
Don't-
don't
no.
wish now, but
It's okay. You're
But
okay.
you know when you like date someone for so long and then you like there was someone you could have dated but you chose that like toxic person for the 15th time and then you regretted it, like that's a sign. Go for it because you'll regret it. And I regretted it.
Yeah, no regrets, but
I don't regret it now, but
shitting where you eat can be said in your theater program as well.
it's tough.
Meet people that aren't in your musical theater program.
Yeah, ladies, the straight men in your musical theater program need some time to grow up first. They're in college and everyone's going to be interested in them because there's only 2 of them in the program.
And they can sing high.
They can do whatever the hell they want.
And they can do a pirouette and a jazz shoe. Ick.
Reach out to him
Men
3
in
years
jazz
after you
shoes.
graduate.
Ick. Sorry.
Cheers. Like, actually, cheers.
We
Gross.
haven't. Yeah.
Get Leducas. Grow up.
Ew. Anyways. Yeah. But anyways, my mom liked him.
I want to clarify. Your mom likes me, right?
Yes.
Wait.
She likes everyone.
No, I think
She
she likes
gives
me.
me-
She just loves Rylan.
She just loves Rylan.
But I'm just glad I don't have to have a showmance ever again.
I mean, you're gonna have to probably kiss someone on stage again, and then Kevin's gonna be probably like about it.
Yeah, Kevin's very.
Is he jealous? Is he protective?
He's protective. I don't think he gets jealous because like he's a very confident dude, and like we're both really in love with each other. So it's like we know that we're fine. The thing about you that's funny is like I've always been like very publicly. I love dating and I love a showmance. Like, and the thing about Audrey is I think she's probably dated and had as many showmances as me, but like she's really good at hiding it. And she's I don't know how to describe it.
I'm ashamed, Kristen.
I'm ashamed. It's not that. It's just funny because it's like I've definitely always been that girl.
You're not ashamed. You're proud, and I'm not.
You're not proud. You just get away with more than I do.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
You're just like everyone's always like Audrey's so chill and doesn't care, and I'm like this girl has had so much. This girl's deleted her Instagram like 10 times because of a
For
situationship.
men. It's
and
true.
for showmances.
Actually, let's talk about that. Actually, that's really funny. So in high school, I did date a lot. I dated a lot in high school, but it was like we go to the movie. I remember this boy named. I hope he's. It was Kick. You remember Kick?
Hell yeah, I remember Kick. I ran that
time.
shit.
I think it was like 2015. And Kick. And we were like kicking. And he was like, let's go to the movies. And I like miscalculated how long the movie was. And we were supposed to get ice cream after. But then basically it was like, I didn't have a car yet. I was 15. I didn't have a license. My mom had to pick me up. So I like told her the wrong time. So it was like immediately after the movie. We obviously didn't say any words to each other because it was the movie. It was fucking Fast and Furious 7.
Oh, so
because it was a fucking boy movie. I hated that. Anyways, he was like, "Oh, we're girlfriend and boyfriend now." I'm like, "No, nope, that's not
how it works."
But I feel like so many like relationships were like that. Like I mentioned Juan, we like kissed and held hands, and we said we were dating.
Audrey also is she just bounced back like nobody's business. I guess maybe that like I had to be upset and make it all about me for a month and a half. Like, and I feel like you just would break up with someone and like delete your Instagram and be over it in 2 days.
I was never. Well, yeah. Well,
like you bounced back very well.
I was never really personally, like, emotionally attached to these people, except for probably when I first deleted my Instagram, which is so random. This boy and I were just like Snapchatting, and
I couldn't even remember who he was until she told me last night. That's how irrelevant I thought he was.
We couldn't find his Instagram because I didn't know his name.
She couldn't remember his name, but she deleted her Instagram for like 6 years for this guy because she just didn't want to be on it. Didn't want to be on it, and it was the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I think we should have a podcast about like social media, but
we definitely need to do that.
I do think social media and dating is a bad combo. At least it's always been for me. Like after, we had like ended whatever the fuck our Snapchatting, I guess, I found myself like going crazy on Instagram, like posting for him, like posting so he would see things, which we've all done it, let's be real. And like looking at his stuff and like thinking he's posting for me, whatever. And then I was like, immediately, how was I so self-aware as a 16-year-old? I don't know, but I was like, this is bad.
So I would just stalk them for her. And if there was anything super important, I was like, hey, just so you know.
True. But yeah, I deleted it, I think, in like 2016, and I got it back in 2024. That was
it's gone again.
it's not gone.
No,
it's not gone. I'm posting.
Not on her phone.
I listened to podcasts actually with Selena Gomez and Amy Poehler. It was Amy Poehler's podcast. It's called The Good Hang. And Selena was like, I just post and I don't interact. I don't look at things. And I'm like,
that's
okay.
Audrey's era right now.
If Selena Gomez can do that, I'm going to do that.
Cheers.
So at least I exist for professional reasons.
Yeah.
And social reasons. I people are always like, you're a psychopath if you don't have an Instagram. But that is like a stigma, I think.
No, I think it honestly just got difficult. Like, you probably still wouldn't have an Instagram to this day if it wasn't like the industry expectation. And there's not an expectation, but it definitely has become helpful.
I feel like people aren't using websites, they're going to your Instagram. I still have a website, but
in the casting world that I'm in, I'm not really, but like I've been casting things, or I've been like curating people to pitch for casting. If I can't find you on Instagram or your website, if I can't find something, I just move on. Which is sad, because that's not what it should be about. But if I can't find your stuff to pitch you, then how am I gonna? I don't know.
I get it.
Someone says, check out this girl. I can't find her anywhere. I don't have any connection to you. I'm not gonna email you. It's just kind of like, if I can't find you easily, I usually move on, which is unfortunate. I don't think you have to be posting on social media constantly. You just have to have a representation of something.
Yeah.
First.
Do you think it's important to have singing on your... Sorry, this is a different conversation.
I hate it, personally.
On Instagram.
I hate posting my singing, but I do have
a couple
things.
But as a casting director, do you like it?
I do. Unless that, or there needs to be like a link to your website and I can see your reels. Yeah. Because I personally don't like posting singing on my personal accounts. I have too. And I have a couple of them highlighted on there just in case. But I don't enjoy doing that, so I respect that. Mm-hmm. And I can go find you. We'll do a whole episode on this, because this is a big thing to talk about. But wait, you mentioning your mom like bringing you to Fast and Furious is so funny, because like think about all of the situationships or showmances that our parents just kind of like accidentally encouraged because they had to drive us there. And my dad was always like, I drove you to those rehearsals, and like he's like, I've like encouraged accidentally so many weird scenarios that because I was your personal driver. I'm like, yeah, like you would drive me to dates. Like when I was dating Juan or my ex Tyler, all these people, like he took me, and like shit that happened was just kind of like, I mean, out of his control ultimately, on their time. But also like he'd be like, why am I picking you up? And I was like, poor John Brock. I mean, the guilt that parents also must have of just like things
that's why I hate telling my mom anything.
Yeah, because it's not their fault. Like, we're teenagers, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, but
it's not their fault. But
imagine.
I know, it's that same thing though, of like, you don't tell your parents the bad things because
I tell my parents everything. That was a difference between you and me a little bit.
I didn't.
Like, and not that you were, but you also were a good kid. Like, you didn't have things going on that, like, she really needed to know about. But I was the kind of kid that was like, hey, y'all, I just had sex with a guy. Like, help me out. And they were like, Kristen, fine. Like, it was like, they were like, you idiot, but, like, let's figure it out. Like, that was, like, me and my parents' relationship versus
I have
just
a story.
kind of, I'm so ready.
So, I don't know if my mom even, she must.
Is she gonna listen to our podcast?
She did. She listened to the first one. So,
do you like me? Because I love you.
So,
anyways,
it was when I started having sex, which was 18 years old. So
same. So we were
but
pretty
I was obviously living with my mom, and it was happening in my childhood bedroom. And once me and my boyfriend at the time we'd like hide our condoms in my pillowcase.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, that's hilarious. I remember the story.
And my mom, we didn't think. My mom was also doing my laundry because it was just me and my mom, and she's type A and like has a schedule and wanted to do my laundry. So I was like, yeah, mom. And I was like, she did laundry. My bed was made. I was like, fuck. I realized like the condom was in the pillowcase. Clearly like new sheets. It was still in the pillowcase. And she either washed it, which I don't think she did. And if she did, we definitely used it. And or she just like very discreetly just put it back. You know?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between our parents. But
yeah, my parents were just like, yeah. But that was true. I didn't lose my virginity until I think it was the night we graduated is when I lost my virginity.
Mine was the night after prom night.
Oral was my bestie in high school.
Oh my fuck.
I mean, like, we had to figure it out. Like, we did what we had to do. But I I was gonna wait, and then I met the person I thought I
can't get over the statement you just said. Oral was my bestie. Who put that on a t-shirt?
T-shirts. Yeah.
How did you segue into
we
that?
put this was explicit, right? I don't know. I just think it's funny because, like,
I mean, yeah.
I think people would have assumed I lost my virginity way fucking earlier.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Oral was my bestie.
It's funny now though because everyone's like anti-oral these days.
What? Who?
A lot of women are just like, I'm not giving a man a he sucks. Or I'm not giving a man a BJ. I'm trying to keep it appropriate. Because like,
okay,
men suck sort of vibes, and I'm like, I respect that, but I enjoy that. I like it.
If I like you, sure.
Yeah, like
if I'm dating
I'm like,
you,
oh, I love it. That's home to me.
How did we even get here? I don't know how we got here, but I love it.
What is this even topic?
Showmances. I mean,
we talked about showmances for like 15 minutes. This is hilarious.
It's Valentine's Day. I think just love's in the air. We can talk about all types of love.
Do you recommend a showmance?
No.
I do.
Okay, well, yeah, you have the ring to prove it. Love, it just happens.
It happens in mysterious ways. And you know, if it's a showmance and it works out for you, cheers. We respect that for you and we love that for you. But I feel like maybe the word, like, the ending is just like, sometimes it works out, but a lot of the time it's not gonna work out.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I enjoyed all the showmances. I think I stopped enjoying them once like the show was over and I realized that they weren't that character anymore, and I was like, well, this is awkward.
Dang it, you're not.
I'm like, oh, you're not as cool as you were when you were on stage, and even then he wasn't that cool.
I know who you're talking about.
Love you guys.
Thanks for listening. Happy Valentine's Day. Like and subscribe.
Best
Leave
of luck
comments.
With your showmance.
Yeah, good luck.
Kill it. We're proud of you. XOXO.
I hope this filmed. This is our filming debut.
Maybe. Quiet in the house. Cheers to you. Stay sexy.
Oral was my best.